Hi friends, it's Becky, and I am going to open up and organize my dollar bead box and dollar bead bag for April 2024. Dollar bead box is a monthly subscription and dollar bead bag is an add-on subscription, and they are both incredibly frugal choices for that, but you get really great quality check glass in these bead boxes for your subscriptions. And so I like to organize in my 28 grid organizer here with like the separate compartments, because we get so many different types of beads in this subscription that they just don't fit well in my 15 grid organizer. So this is the perfect solution for me. So usually when I open these up, I will go ahead and sort my dollar bead bag beads into there. It's check glass beads that are curated to match or go with the theme for the rest of the dollar bead box. And so let me open it up and we'll show you what we've got. Okay, so yes, here is the dollar bead bag. It's $8 for this. And you get four 4mm fire polish beads and 4 strands of 3mm fire polish beads. And again, they all are guaranteed to go together. This one's behind 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they are all in here. And it looks like we've got blues and grays and blacks. All right, this is going to be a really fun, really great colors. All right, so April, let me make sure. Hold on. There was a little coupon code, so I just folded that so we can take a look at what we say. Welcome to another exciting month of beading creativity. It is a fun array of crystal, gemstones, buttons, and more. As you dive into this month's collection, remember that the possibilities are endless. Also, keep in mind that we'd love to see how you bring the beads to life. Be sure to share your creations in any of the social media options below. And there is an exclusive offer for the dollar bead box subscribers, and that's Preciosa crystals. Place an order anytime between now and midnight of May 31st and save 10% off any item in the check glass Preciosa crystal category. And then they've got a little coupon code, and it's for any order of 20 or more. And then here are all the different places that you can find them. There's a Facebook group, there's Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and you can usually find a lot of great tutorials right here on YouTube as well using these beads. And now we've got a little list of the beads that are available in here. Usually they include some bead strands and then some additional items in all of those. And this is addition to the dollar bead bag. So I think it's well worth it as a monthly subscription. You do get a lot of very high quality check glass in here. And I love it. Look, we've got some spike beads. Look at these. They're like hematite. That's fantastic. And we've got some Drux. Oh, are these are 2-hole bar beads or half tilas. That is awesome. And they've got that crystal with the thing. And then we've got some, are these 2-hole lentils or 1-hole lentils? It looks like these are single-hole lentils. And they are also in that hematite finish. Let's pull all of these out because we're going to go through them and look at them individually as I organize them. So we've got strands. I usually go through the strands first and then we'll go through these. We've got that's a gorgeous button. Look at those. You can usually also buy everything in here on their e-commerce website. It's Dollar Bead Club. And you do have to be a member in order to access it. But like everything is $1 or less, actually, which like nothing is $1 anymore now. Even the dollar store things aren't $1 anymore. It's crazy. But anyway, so there's the strands. Let's go through the dollar bead bag first. And I'll get those organized into these parts of my organizer. And then we will organize the strands. And then we'll go through what's in the bags. This is fantastic. I think this is reminiscent of like raindrops and rainy days and all of that fun stuff. So we've got our 4mm bead, fire polish beads, and then we've got some 3mm fire polish beads. Let's go down our list. And one of the things is you might have a or. So like I may not get the jet black, I may get the matte jet black. So they'll usually let us know if it's a substitution for that. All right, so our 3mm strands, we've got crystal blue, half blue iris, and that's this one here. And it's like, we've got like a smoky kind of a color. I'm gonna grab my little ladybug dish to put behind this to get a better idea of the color. Right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, unstring it, and put it into the organizer. And I love these little organizers because they've got individually openable sections. So when I go to make things with it, I can just flip the top and dump these beads out instead of having to dig in there for it. It's really useful. All right, just go ahead and open the rest of these. The next one is either jet black or matte jet black, and it looks like, based on the shine and sparkle that I'm getting off of here, that this is the regular jet black and not the matte version. Next, we've got Cobalt or Cobalt AB. And looking at the finish on this, this is our Cobalt AB. If you're a subscriber to this, you may get the cobalt color, and then you wouldn't have this AB finish on part of your beads. I love this blue. It is one of my favorite blues. All right, and then the last one is Blue Iris. I'll leave that right there. Right, and then our 4mm strands, we have another crystal half blue iris. So it's the exact same color as the 3mm strand, but since it's a little bit bigger, maybe you can see that color a little bit better. And I love this when we get the 3mm and the 4mm of the same type of fire polish bead, because it gives you a little more flexibility when you're designing things. So you could use both sizes in what you're making, or if you're using the bigger ones in like a necklace, you could use some of the smaller ones in an earring to like make it a little bit smaller or make it a little bit lighter or something, so it's not pulling on your ears. And then we've got Blue Lilac Iris or Rainbow Blue Iris. And it looks like this one is the Rainbow Blue Iris. I don't know what the difference between the Blue Lilac Iris and the Rainbow Blue Iris is. I think this is the Rainbow Blue Iris. These other two blues are sapphire color. But obviously different finishes on them. these are great. These are absolutely great. All right, so we've got sapphire. That's this one right here. It's nice and shiny, kind of sparkly, very crystally. And then the other one is matte sapphire AB. Let me put this guy in its part of the organizer, and then we'll get that strand up so you can take a better look at it. And I love having my add-on with the dollar bead bag, because the dollar bead box is pretty inexpensive, and then this is, you know, basically $1 per strand for these fire polish beads. And that's the one that has matte AB. So it's the same color of glass as the sapphire one. It just has this matte finish with some AB flashes on it, which I think is just gorgeous. Gives it a little added dimension. All right, so now we've got these two, and that is the dollar bead bag items. I get them put into my organizer. And let's pull a couple more of these guys out and get these strands organized. All right, so again, we've got some oars in case they didn't have enough of one. They would have put another one in the in this listing. So it looks like I've got 15 by 13 millimeter check glass spikes. It says jet luster. I don't know that that's jet luster or not, but it feels like that, the same hematite kind of color. And I love spike beads. Spike beads are super fun. They are one of my favorite bead shapes. I'm just going to get all of these guys in here, especially this color. That's such a, you could do a lot of really fun, like punk rocky kind of jewelry with these. All right, next one is either check glass 2-hole brick crystal AB 25 pieces or check glass teardrop crystal AB. So it looks like I got the bricks and not the teardrops, and I am fine with that because I love 2-hole beads, and I don't think the teardrops are 2-hole beads. So they are 4 by 8 millimeter, and there's about 25 of them. Those teardrops, I imagine, would look fantastic in a kind of a rainy day design. All right, now we've got some jet rainbow AB drucks. These are 4 millimeter drucks. And we've got our rainbow AB finish. Let's get something behind there. Let's get these guys in there. There are about 48 of them on this strand. I say about, but that's the actual number. And again, you can purchase these if you're a subscriber from their site, and they have a pretty decent selection. They ship pretty quickly, and they are very good beads at steeply discounted prices. Now I've got, this is the jet hematite lentils, and they are single hole lentils with just 1 hole. And there are 35 pieces of these. And see, this is why when I looked at this, I was like, oh, that's the hematite color, because it's exactly the same finish, but it says jet luster, so I'm going to say jet luster. It is possible that they might have had to substitute for one of these, which is fine with me because I love that color. And then we've got some faceted spinel. That is 2 and 2.5 millimeter spinel. And I'm just going to scooch in so you can get a much better view of this gemstone. It is black with facets and it sparkles. Now I'm going to leave this on its strand when I put it in here, just because it'll be a little bit easier to get it out, although having the flip tops does make it really easy to get small beads out, which is another reason why I like to organize this particular bead box with these organizers. It's because it does come with a lot of smaller beads. All right, then we've got some Aqua AB or Blue Luster Drux, and there's 35 of them, and these are 4 millimeter Drux, and it looks like mine is Blue Luster. I do not see an Aqua AB here. It is Blue Luster. For this one. All right, let me get our bags of things. They all come in these nice bags, all bagged up. I could leave them in here, but as I've described to y'all before, if I leave things in the box they came in or all bagged up and I don't put them into an organizer, I forget about them and then I don't use them. So putting them in an organizer, it not only gives me a chance to look at what I have when I'm designing, but also it gives me a chance to hold these beads in my hands and have an opportunity to figure out how I might want to play with them and how I might want to create with them. So these are all the ones that comes in bags. And the first one is the check glass flower button. This is Purple Iris. It is an 8 millimeter button. It is gorge. Look at the back of it. And then we have this beautiful design on the front. And I love buttons. Absolutely love buttons. So I'm going to put that guy in there. That's actually so that I can see the top of it better when I'm designing and looking through it. I'm just turning it over. That's all I'm doing there. All right, and then we've got some check glass butterfly beads. These are 12 by 14 millimeter, and there's 2 of them. They are navy with a silver wash. Let's get them in there. Now I may not fill up all of these spaces, and that's okay because I fill up enough that I can create some really pretty things with these. Then I've got the check glass spiral. These are matte Jet AB. They're 12 millimeter spiral beads, and there's 4 of these guys. I get them on my little plate. And there's no AB, it looks like on that side, but if we turn them over, suddenly they're gorgeous. And it looks like the hole runs this way through it, up and down. There we go, so you can see that a little bit better. And then we've got a check glass button bead. There are 4 of those, and it is jet hematite. They are 14 millimeter button beads. And I think with the button beads, the reason they're called that is that the bead is shaped using like their button molds, but it's a bead instead, and it's like coin-shaped bead, and it's got both sides. And again, this is the jet hematite, like the spike beads, and like those drugs, or like the lentils. Those will be really fun to create with, I think. And then we've got some check glass twisted ovals. Where's our twisted ovals? That's these guys right here, right? Hold on. These guys, and then these ones. These are 10 by 12 millimeter, and these ones are 7 by 10 millimeter. And they are both the same beads, they're just different sizes. So let's open up the 10 by 12s. There are two of them. It is sapphire, opal, and crystal. So it is glass that has been swirled. Put this right here. And I'll also open up these other ones. These ones are 10 by 7 millimeters. There are 8 of them. I'm just going to stick them right next to each other so you can get a better idea of this color and how they swirl and their size in relation to each other. So I get 2 of the big ones and I get 8 of the small ones, which is going to be really useful in designing with them, I think. All right. Now we've got some pewter floral bead caps. There are 6 of these, and they are 10 millimeter bead caps. Let's get these guys out here. Remove the hair that came out of the bag. So it looks like they have a little bit of a swirl on one side, and they're plain on the other, like most bead caps are. And again, I can get more of these from their site if I need more to design with. Then we've got some star cut Chinese crystal. It's jet blue iris, and these are 5 by 7 millimeter. And the star cut is really fun because it's kind of like a rectangle with pointy ends on both sides. But then you have a little hole that runs right down the short side of the rectangle. Scooch in a little bit more so you can get a better idea of what these look like. And then we've got some Chinese glass laser etched barrel beads. This is teal metallic or matte peacock, and I feel like this one might be teal metallic. So that's the back side and the front side for each of these. And there's 2 of them. They are 12 millimeters in size. Hold on, it says you get 1 piece. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. This is acid etched jet AB. They're the abstract ovals, and they are 12 by 22 millimeter. This is that's what these are. They're acid etched AB. So it's etched with the AB on one side and then black on the other. Okay, I was reading the wrong thing for that. This is the barrel. And it's either teal metallic or matte peacock. And I feel like this one is teal metallic. So it is a barrel like this. And if it stops rolling for a minute. You can see that color a little bit better. We're going to drop that guy in there. That'll be great for making a focal with, I think. And then we've got a tiara cast apple blossom charm. It is 14 by 17 millimeters, and there's 1 piece in this box. This apple blossom charm, and it is double-sided. Then, last but not least, we have, which one are they? Flower button, button bead, twisted oval, bead cap, light blue button, silver, wait. Okay. These are flower buttons. Okay, so we had the light blue button, and this is purple iris. Flower buttons. Aha! That's why I thought these were just flower beads. But here in the back of these, there's a hole that goes through it like a button shank. These are super cute. Let me turn this guy over so you can get a better look at the front of them. Like that. And there's 6 of these. I was reading these wrong. Okay, so this is the check glass flower button. It is an 8mm button, 6 of them with purple iris. And then the other button that I was looking at, that is, which button is that? Light blue button with silver or gold edge. You know, it's like I got the silver edge. And it is an 18mm button with that. All right. So that is the dollar bead box and the dollar bead bag. Let me get all of these opened for one last look at them, so we don't have the lights shining off of them and distracting y'all for a look at all of these beads together. I like looking at them all together like this. It's one of my favorite things, being able to see all of them. That's why I organize them, so that you can see the whole thing all together. All right, so here we are. These are the April dollar bead box and dollar bead bag. I'm going to put links in the description to where you can sign up if you are not a member of the dollar bead box. To me, it's absolutely worth it. They do send me my box in exchange for making videos for them, but I've been a long-time subscriber long before they offered to do that. So I would still be paying for it, and happily, even if they weren't doing that. And I'm happy to recommend them as well. They make really great high quality beads, and it's very, very rock bottom prices. Happy beading, y'all.